Here we go.
A corpse should be left well alone.
And I said this during gameplay, but she's clearly reminiscent of the doll.
Oh, I know very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now. Liberate you from your wild curiosity.
I was freaking out from so much at this point because, first of all, the cutscene was dope. Second of all, she reminds me of the doll and voice actress and everything. Third of all, I was like, what the hell is she wearing? It's so dope. It is fire as fuck. Please hook me up with your connect for that outfit. Did I say third? Fourth? If I said third. Fourth of all, what are you, like, using to beat my ass with right now? And then I was like, she's such a pro. Like, she's not having you throwing anything at her. I honestly didn't land one throw on her. In the 2 times that I did this. Because, yes, you know she's gonna kill me. And then I'm like looking back, I'm wondering what was in that cup, because I see like blood on the table, and I know that blood is supposed to be like an intoxicating, it's supposed to be like basically, yeah, she can be pretty quick. This chick is boss. And then look how like haughty she is. Like, look at that, this biggity hoe. Like, I love her. I can't even hate on her. But I know that they mentioned that blood is like this game's alcohol, or in Yarnum it was like alcohol. That's how intoxicating it was. So maybe she was sitting there drinking it. I'm wondering who hurt her that she was sitting there like that. Or did she cut herself to drink her blood? I don't know. I would hope this game wouldn't get like that. Like, damn, that's kind of nasty. But, and I don't even know if fire does anything to her. I just assume when you're a hunter, you know, but I probably shouldn't, because I don't believe it. I don't know if every hunter was infected. Like, it might not work like that. So she might not count as beast. But I thought, you know, it can't hurt. But she is so good. Like, she's probably my new favorite boss fight. And I've got to play her alone. I've got to co-op her some more. Because Father Gascoigne was my favorite boss fight before this. And I know he's easy. But he was supposed to be easy, for one thing, because of how early on he was. And for two, he was my favorite because it is basically a boss fight made up of like almost like PvPing. It's just like playing another player. Like, he has the same moves you do. He's even got the same weapons you do. It just really gives you this feeling like you're fighting another hunter and they are a challenge. She's giving me that feeling strongly. And it's like on a much grander scale. And she's so boss. Like, yeah, I'd have been pissed. Like, the first attack, that piercing attack, she telegraphed that pretty good, and I had plenty of time to roll. If I wouldn't have missed that, I'd have been very embarrassed. But I've actually done some homework on her, and she is distantly related to the Queen of the Vile Bloods, I believe. I think. Could be wrong about that. That's interesting. That explains why she works so heavily with blood. Like, she seems to be all about it. It's very... I thought I was dead, y'all. I don't know how I pulled this off. Look at that. Woo! I mean, you talk about cutting it fucking close. That might explain a few things. But she was one of the first hunters, and it says it like she has to automatically be an apprentice of Gehrman, being one of the earlier hunters. Thank you, Confederate. I cannot pronounce your name. And it mentions that Gehrman was like infatuated with her, and that explains like maybe the doll was made in her image. And there's some dialogue I didn't get to in this gameplay because I didn't know. But we will get to it next gameplay that the doll has that is unique. Only after you've defeated Maria, which further connects the two of them. And Maria's techniques, the way that she hurts herself but uses her blood to strengthen her weapon as a weapon, even really would take her back to Canehurst as well as that, you know, the Chikage. That seems to be maybe a technique that Canehurst was all about. Using one's blood for the offensive. This was really dope. This was really, really cool. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a FromSoft game, to be honest with you. This whole area, this room, the clock, the clock dial or whatever, that was really cool. I just want to give them so much props. Like, they'll probably never ever see this ever. Like, even if I get bigger on YouTube eventually, they'll probably never see this. But it doesn't matter. They deserve it regardless. This is the stuff that makes me want to be a game designer. Did remember to read the lore on this though. But Maria is probably my new favorite character. Like, I don't care if she was hostile from the jump. Like, I don't care if she beat my ass. I don't care if she's gonna beat my ass in the future. She is so cool. Like, it was Father Gascoigne or no one before, but Maria, I didn't expect it. She was awesome. She actually kind of puts me in the mind too of the way she was fighting. Really, like how fast she was, and like her techniques, her slashing techniques and whatnot, really felt to me like Sir Alon from Dark Souls 2, the old Iron King DLC, I think it was. Yeah. I love Sir Alon. Like, I know he's not very important to the story overall. He's important to the old Iron King story, but I love that guy. Like, I don't care. And there's actually something you have to do with this NPC that I didn't know. I thought he was an enemy. I was watching him close. Didn't kill him, don't worry. Some say cause him. But you're actually supposed to equip the milkweed rune. Blasphemous murderers, blood-crazed fiends. Atonement for the wretches by the wrath of Mother. And some say cause him. You're supposed to equip the milk. I cannot resist, y'all. No, they shouldn't say it. But you equip the milkweed rune, and I believe you can talk to him and get something from him, but I forgot. I think it's pretty important, whatever it is, or interesting or something, but there was a reason why I remembered that, and like, I gotta go back and do that. He won't hurt you, I don't believe, unless maybe you attack him or something, but just right, he didn't hurt me. I'll just say that. I mean, I got right up in dude's face, and he didn't even care. And here, I did not realize that the bell was still ringing, which I like because they don't make you waste insight per area, but I didn't. It was my bad. Like, it's like, I like that feature, but I should have paid more attention. Because I didn't. Now, co-oping on bosses is one thing, but I really wanted to explore the areas for myself. Because I felt bad, and I was like, but at this point, I was thinking about quitting, but I was like, no, don't do that. Because I don't like when I get summoned and internet issues or stuff happens, and then you take a long time to get summoned, and then you just quit. That's not in good practice. I don't like to do that in any video game. So it's like, I'll just go through the area. You know, that was my bad. I hope you guys don't mind that. But I still do have to come back to this area because there was a thing or two that I missed. Something really important that I really, really want. But the positive side to getting this guy summoned is, one, he's a pro. And two, we cleared through this area so fast. Like, he probably saved us 1 or 2 videos clearing through this area, to be honest with you. And I'm not mad at that. So it's making me consider whether or not we're going to finish up this series with some co-op people. Because I was still able to, I know it got cut and everything, and that's why I'm doing post-commentary. who was calling me. But I was able to still do pretty good commentary, if I do say so myself, while I was running through with this guy. Like, it wasn't too distracting. I was still able to highlight stuff. Dude was patient in one area where I needed to do some, where it was important to the lore. The only thing is, I feel embarrassed because I feel like they do the majority of the work. Yep, I hate this feature. I hate this fucking feature. We're about to get invaded just because. Like, I really hate this. It feels like they're doing the majority of the work, which that's the only thing I do not like for the gameplay purposes. Because again, I'm a sunbro at heart. I don't want you to feel like you're doing the majority of the work. Although, in this case, he would be the sunbro. I like that even if your weapon does bounce off of something, you still do get a little bit of damage. They don't punish you too severely. But we handled that. Like, I'm sorry, I really hate that feature. I don't know why they'd add that anyways. Like, it kind of screws over... Well, I won't say I don't know why they added that, but I don't know why it has to be forced on you, because it's like... For the PvP or even, it's kind of crazy that you're gonna have to go up against like potentially three people. Oh damn, I forgot about him again. I forgot about him I didn't even know about him in game. He just scared the shit out of me. Forgot about him now. He scared me again. But down this well is Rakuyo, I think it's pronounced. I told you I didn't tell you. I said it in this gameplay, but I don't speak other languages yet. I started to go down there, but I didn't want to leave this guy up here, and then I forgot. I wish I had gone down there, but I guess it's kind of cool that I didn't, because again, that kind of forces me to come back through this village. Oh damn! And then, like, I was like, don't even tell me that this place has like fish hags, like fish versions of the hags that try to. What's that noise? That try to steal your eyes. Yeah, these people don't even give a fuck. And I thought he threw that. I thought he lit that boat on fire. He may have. I still didn't quite catch what happened there. But somebody threw an oil urn and then screwed themselves over in the end. I'm like, these guys don't care. If that guy had did that, I was like, oh, this guy's a master. And here, he was trying to tell me, I believe, not to go in here. Wait, no, this isn't the spot. I thought this was like a spot where I just rush in like an idiot. And I think he's like trying to let me know, like, don't. Yeah, I did it anyways. I didn't, like, I kind of picked up on it, kind of didn't. This is where I kind of wish voice acting was a thing. I mean, not voice acting, but voice, what is it? Voice input or whatever. I forget what it's called. Basically, where I wish you could talk during the gameplay when you're co-oping. But I understand why they don't have that either. You don't co-op long enough to justify that, usually. My voice is getting, like, so sore. If I hate about post-commentary, I feel like I'm talking too much. And also, I feel like I don't feel like this is, like, it's not my reaction to things in the moment. So it's kind of awkward for me as well. Here, this is where I don't think I didn't get punished too severely, even though if I would have, it would have been, it'd have been what I deserved, because I think he was trying to let me know, you know, don't just do that. But that's cool, because that, like, I guess, like, you know, I still am kind of experiencing things for myself. Now I know. But I really like this area. I don't think we've ever had a fishing village in the Soul series, have we? Now, I'm not very familiar with OG Souls, aka Demon Souls, but, at all. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, we had, like, coastal-y type of areas, like Ash Lake and, I don't remember what the place is that takes you to the Lost Bastille. I honestly can't think of it, but it's like, it's right by the docks. in Dark Souls 2. But we've never had a fishing hamlet. And I was like, they got fucking velociraptors in here. Like, I never thought I'd see velociraptors in this game. I was freaking out. I was really enjoying myself at this point. I mean, I've been having fun with this whole DLC so far. I don't know if I hope it's translating, but I've really been enjoying this. I really have. It's just really good. They went all out on this. They really went all out, and I'm impressed. But I was like, damn, velociraptors? Like, y'all going Jurassic Park on your girl now? I was not ready for that. Yeah, I believe there's two of these guys. They can be parried. Gotta keep that in mind. There's like two of these guys down in the well that has Rakuyo, and one of them drops Rakuyo. There's like one that spawns either if you don't kill him fast enough and he goes to the ladder and calls for him, I think it said, or when you kill him he'll spawn, or he'll come down rather. What was that noise? I didn't even hear that during gameplay. But here's the harrowed hunter.
Who are you? I'm afraid I've made a botch of things. Oh, I can hear the bell now. The beast-eyed assassin. He's after me. Again. And again. It never ends. Please. I need you to do something. This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please. Bring to an end the horror. So our forefathers sinned. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
And thus brings us to the second NPC that has my heart, Simon the Harrowed. I believe he's Simon. He just is so pitiful, y'all. It's sad. It's really sad. And he kind of has the attitude that I would have if I were a Hollow in the Soul series. Like, why the fuck do I have to pay for what Gwen did? Like, I'd be pissed off. And it sounds like he's like the hunters. What did he say? The hunters can't bear the sin forever. It's not fair. I believe that's what he said. Simon has some really interesting dialogue that I can't wait to see what people make of it. And the fact that this village is feeding the hunter's nightmare. It always seems like there's something keeping something alive here. Like One Reborn is most likely keeping the hunter's dream going. Rom, I can't say this, but I can't say for certain, but to me it seems like Rom is very similar to Gwendolyn from Dark Souls 1, where when you kill her, I won't say that it was an illusion beforehand. I think you just advance through the night. But when you kill her, like, things get revealed, like the amygdalas. The true nature of things seems to be revealed, and the sky, like the moon, everything looks crazy. And it's only after you kill Rom. And again, that could just be a gameplay point. Like, see, if he wouldn't have been dead, I'd have been dead. Just a marker for you to advance through the game. But maybe not, maybe both. Again, FromSoft, things have multiple meanings. Gameplay, common sense, lore. But anyways, I got the bow blade. I can't tell y'all how long I was waiting for this. This whole DLC to me was about the bow blade beforehand. Before I got into it, it could have been god awful. We could have had one boss and one enemy, but if that one boss or that one enemy would have dropped the bow blade, it would have been fine. I have been waiting for this, and here I do something stupid. This ground looks disgusting, by the way. Am I the only person that doesn't like to see clusters of things on top of each other? Like real pixelated, I don't care. It looks really nasty and it makes me want to throw up. It makes me itch. This area is so cool though, because I don't think we've ever had a sea-themed area, have we? I mean, just like a true nautical themed area. Like there's barnacles. I don't know how velociraptors fit in, but hell, I'm not complaining. There's like fish people, even fish hags. Yeah, I didn't know they were this dangerous. This was really scary. Getting grabbed by an enemy feels like having somebody break into your house or something. I'm so dramatic, but it's really scary. But yeah, Simon is an interesting character. I didn't expect that from him. If for nothing but the fact that maybe he's interesting to me because it seems like finally a character has the attitude that they should have concerning these events. Like he's up. It sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like he's kind of upset in searching for the truth. Like he questioned us about the nightmare. Like basically why are you here? And like you're searching for answers in it or something. Way back in where we first met him, and he basically understood. And it sounds like he was researching and curious because he wanted to put an end to this, but he just wasn't strong enough, it looked like. But I want to know who was hunting him. Like I forgot what he said, but, and I don't remember who the boss of this area is, but he may not have been talking about the boss, but actually I do remember who the boss is, and that further drives my beliefs. I don't believe he was talking about this boss. I don't know, I'll figure it out, but Simon and Maria are my two favorite characters now, and it's probably Maria, Simon, and Father Gascoigne in that order from Bloodborne. And unfortunately, this is where the partnership ends. The dream team, couldn't be the supreme team, and we lost. I wasn't sure what was happening, to be honest. Like, I was confused. I just remember being confused at this part. Like, I wasn't sure if that was like an item producing this effect or if there was an enemy that was doing that. Kind of reminds me of what Martyr Logarius does. But you can read this dialogue here. I mean, this lore here, and you can pause it if you need to. But this is really important to me because it kind of makes me wonder about Simon, and it makes me wonder about the suspicious beggar. Was the suspicious beggar one of these so-called church hunters that obfuscated, is that a word, his identity? Because I don't know if this is exactly what he was wearing, but when they mentioned that the corner beggar is not always who he seems, instantly reminded me of the suspicious beggar. And it made me kind of like, I'm here. I do feel pity for Simon, and I really like him, but was he good? Like, he didn't do anything that sounded like he meant us any harm. But, maybe he was fine, but maybe the suspicious beggar wasn't. But he really reminded me of him. I think we're going to take a look at the bow blade here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy, I am, me looking through menus is just always so much fail, so much. Yeah, and it says that choice weapon of Simon, so I'm assuming this guy is Simon. I know he's called the Harrowed Hunter, but I believe he's Simon the Harrowed Hunter. He could have, what the hell was that? I am not a prepubescent 12-year-old boy. He could have stolen the weapon or gotten it at some other point like us, but I choose to believe that that's Simon. And I'm going to miss that guy. Bloodborne can never let us be happy. Pretty sure it's the end of the footage, so thank you for joining me. And, if you've overlooked the post commentary today that I feel sucks by comparison to my live commentary, which isn't the best either, then thank you for sticking it out with me.